Happy Monday, Kim.
Happy Monday.
We are here today to talk about balancing family and business.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. I'm here for it.
Me too. So we were just talking before the Zoom, you're kind of stepping into a part of your life that I'm now stepping out of. That season has ended. And I'm not going to get too emotional into it because I'll get teary-eyed. But this weekend, I spent with my husband in Oklahoma at my daughter's last college basketball game.
Gosh.
Wow, what a bittersweet weekend full of smiles and tears and emotions.
I bet.
But the reason I wanted to talk about it today was if you are feeling like you don't know how to balance and create that balance with business and family, how we can kind of dip into affiliate marketing a little bit.
Love it.
And yeah, I just wanted to have that conversation with you.
Are you kidding? Yeah, I'm all about it. You know, when Adriana's now 10, which is just crazy to me because she's our baby. It's
Right.
like, I don't
Yes.
want to think about being at your end of the spectrum yet. I'm not ready for that. But
Right.
it's cool because now we're experiencing things as a family, with Rich being, I'll call him semi-retired now. He's fully retired from his career, but he stepped into our business in a coaching realm and looks like he's going to be doing some consulting with the fire departments down in Florida, the ones that he retired from. But she's in basketball, and her school, they're so hands-on. I absolutely love, love, love our school system. That's one of the reasons we moved to where we are, because they do
Hmm.
a lot of things with and for the kids, like STEM night, and just we can come out and do all kinds of things together as a family. We also belong to a church that we love and adore. So we do a lot of volunteering as much as we can for the church. I recently just joined the choir. I mean, like,
I
hello.
love it.
I love it too. And
Good stuff.
so I look back at times like that and my heart hurts for the person that I used to be in terms of not having the time for these kinds of things. And it makes me think of our friends who maybe feel like right now they don't have the time for those things and really reflect on my journey of like, how did I get here to create blend or balance, if you will? And that's the kinds of things that I want to share with them so that they can start to create the life that they've envisioned, regardless of what age your kids or grandkids are at. I'm going to stop my Roomba while you give me your thoughts on what I just said.
Yes, you go right ahead. I totally agree. When my kids were little, they started dipping their toe, into athletics and sports a little bit. And it wasn't really until probably their junior high years when I felt like, when my son reached junior high age and both my daughters were upper grade school, that things really started getting hectic. Which we live 90 miles from any, the biggest, largest city. And so when we would go to basketball tournaments on weekends, it was, a 90-mile commute one way. And my my poor youngest daughter got drug along to so many basketball tournaments. Um, but if I didn't, luckily at that point in time, most of our, activities from the weekend. But as I got into junior high and, kind of around Adriana's age, that's when things started getting busy during the week and when I was started missing out on certain things because I was stuck at my job. And that hits hard as a mom. The mom guilt sets in. So like you said, when I found affiliate marketing and realized that I could blend it, with family life, I wish I would have known about it 10 years ago,
Yeah,
15 years ago when my kids were home.
for sure. For sure. Even, being home with a home-based business.
Mhm.
And there was a point maybe 2 years ago. I'm not kidding. I had about 75 one-on-one clients. I mean,
Wow.
just think about that number. Sometimes it doesn't feel like a lot, but when you like, let's put this into perspective.
Hmm.
And, people rotate out. So at any given point, I had 42 one-on-one clients at the same time. Try to squeeze 42 people into a week or two even. So what I found for me, and this, we're sharing this with you because you might be in a different situation. You might be
Hmm.
in a similar situation, but it's through our journeys that we're able to kind of reach out and say, hey, I might not be on the same exact track or course as you, but I get it, right? The hurt is still the hurt, regardless of what phase of life or business we're in.
For sure.
I was on 9 Zooms a day. I mean, it was
Oh,
so bad that it was like I'd wake up, roll out of bed, get myself, boom, Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. Rich would bring me like a little platter of like cheese, crackers, pistachios, like anything he'd throw on the plate that he think like I could eat in between bites or talk or whatever. And then it got to the point where what I had opened Monday through Friday wasn't enough. So I started to really not honor my own boundaries. And I would open up my Saturdays. And so now I'm on these Zooms 6 days a week, exhausted, mentally burnt out,
yeah.
physically burnt out, emotionally burnt out. And I said, this sucks. Like this completely sucks. And I craved time, right? Time, it's that choice that we always talk about. It's the opportunity to have choice in your own life for you to decide,
Yeah.
what do I want to do with my time? How do I want to spend my time? And so I burnt out. I mean, so hard that all the money that I spent my time and time away from my family and time away from, my church that I hadn't found yet and all this stuff to get my health back. And I'm
Yeah.
still going through it today. I have a long way to go, but over the last year, we've done a lot with my health and got a lot of great answers. But the point is, we're trying to help you when these warning signs go off. We call this kind of like the red flag system. Our vehicles have them. If the light on the dashboard comes on, hey, something needs to be attended to. But yet, when we see these kind of like warning signs or red flags in ourselves, we're not so eager to lean in and say, what do I need today? Is it some time away from this? Is it some time in nature? Is it time at a basketball game? What does that look like for me? Because if we don't fuel and feed ourselves, you're going to end up in a position that you maybe can't get out of. God forbid.
Yeah. I agree with you. I remember when I first dipped my toe back in for working from home, and I don't think this is a great topic because people don't realize you can still work yourself to death when you're working from home. I remember sitting in my office back when I had my imprinting business at home, looking out the window, seeing my girls play outside, and I was stuck in my office, creating products and cranking orders out the door. Even though I was home, I was still missing out.
Yep.
So when you introduced me to affiliate marketing, it was just like first mind blown because my mind was just spinning with ideas of, how we could implement that and create more leverage and free up more time.
Yeah.
That was that was good stuff. And then when you introduced me how to take that and marry it with Pinterest, boom. I mean, it was just like
Yeah.
explosion. You can start creating this leverage to where it's working for you 24/7 on autopilot. And that's when I really began to feel that weight being lifted
Yeah.
and where I could marry it with my life as well and mold it to my lifestyle. I could take off and go to Oklahoma for a weekend, or I could take off and go with my youngest daughter to Hayes and have sushi and Starbucks. And
Hey, easy, easy.
I know. I should have sent you a picture. I had sushi last night. I thought, oh, Kim's gonna be mad at me,
I'm glad you didn't.
right?
Oh,
I'll have to. I'll send you that picture when we get off here. But let's
oh,
talk a little bit about maybe if our listeners don't know what affiliate marketing is,
yeah,
and
I
then
love
kind
it.
of how we can marry it with Pinterest as well.
I love this because we don't know what we don't know. And I say this a lot that when we learn what affiliate marketing is, we can never unsee it. And so
Right.
right now, most of us are telling our friends in our network about a product we tried or a new service that we love, or hey, there's this opportunity, and you're not getting paid to share those things. And so affiliate marketing means that you can partner most of the time for free. Sometimes
Hmm.
there's an investment, but if there's an investment, generally it's very much worth it. I mean, you and you're partnered with a great affiliate marketing program that there is an investment, but there's a high exchange, in what we call commission. So
Right.
when you now make those referrals, you can call yourself an affiliate, you can call yourself a referral partner, whatever. And you could share your link with your friend and say, oh, hey, this is the thing you asked me about. Now, when they click your link, and they buy, right? You get a percentage of that sale, and that's your commission. And so you and we're pretty savvy. And I'm going to be honest, I had to learn the hard way.
Hmm.
I had to work myself into the ground because
Hmm.
I'm stubborn. And I don't know that I would have appreciated what we have today if I hadn't gone through that icky stuff. If I
Right.
hadn't gotten sick, right? I wouldn't have found Pinterest. I wouldn't have, because that is what made me want to go down a rabbit hole and say, I have to create leverage. And even though video marketing, if you are, savvy in terms of digital marketing, that video is very leveraged. But when you're sick and you're unhealthy, mentally or physically, you're not going to just pop on and crank out the video. So I need
Right.
something for me, Julie, that was like, what can I do behind the scenes when I would rather stay wrapped up in my Christmas pajamas in June and just kind of be left alone and have my space so that my batteries are refilling and refueling. And that's when I learned, okay, I've been an affiliate marketer for 10 years, since 2015, but I never realized how much of an impact it could have when married with Pinterest marketing. And
Hmm.
that's what I teach. That's what we're talking about. That has set me free completely. We generate leads and sales every single day. We've been able to write our Pinterest account into our will. And I only now take 10 clients a year instead of 72. My cutoff is 10.
Wow.
What a difference, right? And now
Yeah.
I don't miss a basketball game. I don't miss a church service. I'm on the choir. We travel a lot. We're going to Universal Studios in 2 weeks. So it's like I have my life back. And I want that for so many people.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever asked you, how did you learn or find out about Pinterest? How did it like just come into your world?
Well, the funny thing is, God knows what he's doing. There's no
Yeah.
coincidence, there's no accident. One of the 72 clients that I had, this girl was all into Pinterest and she wanted to develop a Pinterest course, but for some reason she just never went with it. She never got it off the ground. But it stuck in my head. I'm like, Pinterest? Who uses Pinterest? Like, unless you want
Right.
a mood board or nails, or I was one of those people who thought all the misconceptions.
Me too.
So I was part of this really big, I'm going to call it like a coaching firm. They're no longer in business, but they still have my heart. And they asked me, like, they had thousands and thousands of members, and they did what was called a Wednesday webinar. And the CEO came to me and said, hey, Rockstar, you want to come out and do this Wednesday's webinar and train for us? And I thought, yeah, but I'm kind of bored with all the same old teachings on the Instagram and the Facebook but we need something new. We need something fresh. And as always, I start praying. And I always ask God, the Holy Spirit, flow through me, speak through me, let me be your voice and share what people need. And I'm like,
Mhm.
I don't know what I'm going to teach on. And I have no idea why, but instantly, it's like it dropped into my head. Hey, Jamie, the woman that I used to coach, I'm like, oh my gosh, Pinterest. So I reached out to her and I said, hey, girl, did you ever create that Pinterest course? And she's like, no, my husband and I, we own a dumpster company now, and I'm not into all that. I'm like, do you mind if I do? She's like, girl, do your thing. I don't care. So I grabbed my
Love
laptop,
it.
went to my bed because it was now nighttime, and Rich is sleeping next to me, and I'm on my laptop scouring every single blog from Pinterest, every single video, and I completely taught myself everything. You remember in the 90s there was this movie, Johnny Number Five? Please
Mhm.
say yes. I mean, Johnny Number Five, he would read and he would speed read and he would, take everything in. That's what I did. And I was like, I pulled an all-nighter and I prepared the best presentation ever. I came out on the webinar and I taught Pinterest like I had been teaching it for years. And because my door is not soundproof, as you know, Rich heard the whole presentation that night. So when I walked out of that webinar, he's like, damn, girl, like you would think that you actually know what you're talking about. But I
Right.
found such an interest in Pinterest that I ended up diving in even further. And that was several years ago now.
Yeah. Isn't it cool when you find something that really aligns? You know, when I found you and I found your, your beginners Pinterest course, yours is literally the only course I have ever completed. I was back when I started my affiliate marketing journey, I was listening to all the social media influencers. You've got to crank out 3 videos a day if you want
Oh,
to start. And you've got to engage, and you need to go engage with people 15 minutes before you post and 15 minutes after and comment. So I jumped in and did it and very quickly burnout. I was so sick and tired of that social media hamster wheel. So when
exhausting.
I was this close to stop quitting, throwing in the towel, saying this is not for me, I can't sustain this, you came across my Facebook feed. And it's been like this beautiful marriage ever since then. I jumped into your beginner's course, which I flew through, and I'm anxious to go back through again, just because it's like watching a movie the second time. You never pick up on those gold nuggets that you missed the first time through. And then, jumped into two of your masterminds. It's just been it's just been so life-changing for me that I can't not share it with others, especially for the moms that I have a soft spot for,
Yeah,
because we've both lived that part of life where we're missing out on our kids' stuff, and that's
sure.
very hard. So you recently did we actually did a pins to paycheck, um,
I love.
guys, 90-minute power pack webinar on affiliate marketing and Pinterest. It was amazing.
I think today, I mean, I've been doing this for a long time now. That was probably one of my favorite trainings that I've ever produced for people in terms of simplicity. We start with an intro is like, what is affiliate marketing?
Hmm.
What is it like? How can you find and partner with those companies, those brands, those services? You know, what is Pinterest marketing? And how can we divorce those misbeliefs and misconceptions that it's only for hair, skin, and nails, right? That it's not for business. And then
Yeah.
how do we marry those two components where when you create a pin and point it to something you're an affiliate for, that pin now lives on average for 4 months, but it can and will live for years. And it works for you 24/7, 365. And I'm just like, wow, we can pin from anywhere. We can create pins from anywhere. It is just so freeing. And
Yeah.
this is such an amazing, amazing training. I mean, if I didn't train it, I'd sign up right now again. So much.
Oh my gosh, yes, yes. That's part of the reason I want to offer this. You have the webinar out there for people to go back and watch. And it really works for people that are new to affiliate marketing, but
Yes.
then people that are already in business and how they can leverage it. It was during one of your master classes that you pointed out to me. You're like, go, start scrolling through your feed, and we're seeing people like Fidelity, Chase Bank. I don't remember
Oh
some
gosh,
some of
Keebler,
the
US Bank, Amazon, Ruggable, Nestle. I
yeah,
mean, Amazon.
I know. And we're like, and you ask the question, what do these big names know that you don't? Why are they marketing on the Pinterest platform?
Yeah.
And woof, light bulb moment, mic drop. And so yeah, that like sealed the deal. I mean, not sealed the deal for me, but just really instilled how powerful the platform is.
I love
Yeah.
it.
I
I love
am. So yeah, I'm going to drop the link here in the comments because I want to be able people to be able to go back and watch this webinar, because I'm telling you, I've been through a lot of Kim's trainings, but this one is fire. Kim, I always say over delivers. She knocked it out of the park again with this one. She always over delivers. And it's really, I just can't, there are no words to describe how powerful it is.
I agree. And I created it.
I
So,
know.
I'm
You should be patting
co-creating.
yourself on the back for that one.
Yeah, I'm proud of it. And it just, you know why? Because it's not for me. It's not about me. It's about you. It's about you who is craving and yearning for that time, for that choice, for that freedom, whether it is for more time with your babies, for more time in nature, for more time getting your health under control, whether it's just to create another stream of income so that you can become debt free, or maybe start saving for that vacation that you've been just so desperately wanting. It's possible. And this training, the pins to paychecks, the title speaks for itself. Let's turn your pins into paychecks by marrying affiliate marketing on this platform so that those things work for you. And yeah, there's a little bit of a, not even a learning curve, but it'll take a little bit of time for your pins to start to marinate. But the way that I teach is going to have you getting results faster than most people do if you really truly listen and take the action. I mean, you and I are two case studies right here where we both started to test the things that I teach, and boom, 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 results in no time.
Yeah, it's, just that one little tweak has taken my, we talk about impressions on pins from, you know, lower, just one little tweak within having a pin only being out there a week, having 50, 60, 70 impressions compared to what I used to do. And then looking at the conversion between the number of clicks and then the conversion to how many outbound clicks. That's what I love about Pinterest. They're not like a jealous boyfriend. They know they're sending their traffic off onto a different platform.
Yeah.
Where social media doesn't like that.
Yep.
Yeah, that big red X. They're like, we're going to knock you in the algorithm. We're not going to show your hard work
That's
content that you
right.
took so long to create. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not going to give you that demerit.
But even you saying like 60, 70, 80 views in 1 week, impressions in a week, if someone is so social media minded and you have locked on to that instant gratification mentality that you're chasing these vanity metrics, you're not going to get how powerful that statement was. This is a
Yeah.
search engine. It's not social media. You don't have instant gratification. The algorithm doesn't push your stuff out in 2 seconds and then kill it within 5 hours. It builds up like a snowball over time. It gets better and better and better with time. And it performs, the longer it's there, the better it performs. And it's just a few short, simple, I'll call them tactics
Mhm.
or recommendations to follow. And boom. I mean, ah, shut me up.
I know. I like nerd out and I like go to my Pinterest account every morning and scrolling through just to watch my metrics change. It's just you turn me into an
Speaking of
analytics nerd.
metrics, let me check mine. Hold on. I mean, in the last 30 days, when we talk about outbound clicks, holy mackerel, Julie, my account is growing like crazy.
Well, if you want to share your screen, go for it.
You bet I do.
These are the conversations I love to have.
So in the last 30 days, we're talking February 1st to today, March 3rd, 116,000 impressions. That shows you how many times my content has been seen on the Pinterest feed. And so I teach you how to do this. And then we look at what we call outbound clicks. So this means wherever you choose to point people to. Is it an affiliate product, right? So that works literally cohesively together around the clock. I've had 1,520 clicks to my stuff just in the last 30 days. And I can tell you definitively, I do not have those kind of clicks through social media.
Oh, yeah, not at all.
and I have 248 people saving my content. So now that's like my little Pinterest army out there promoting my stuff to their network, to their boards, to their accounts. So,
Yeah,
mwah.
exactly.
Okay.
116,000 views in 30 days. I would challenge somebody to go back and look at their social media account. I mean, I can go look at my Facebook
Sure.
account right now and look at what my metrics and my reach is for the last 30 days, and I can guarantee you it won't be much.
I might do that. When we're done here, I might get my Facebook analytics and my
Hmm.
Pinterest analytics and post them on Facebook just to show the
Just a
comparison.
comparison. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it will be mind blowing. I don't think people realize until they can actually see it. I'm a visual learner. So
Ooh,
that's a great idea.
wow. My Facebook views are less than half of my Pinterest in the last 30 days.
Yeah. So
Less
if that doesn't smack you upside the head to tell you that, yeah, Pinterest is a powerhouse. Yeah, the numbers don't lie.
wow.
So got
Listen,
her on it. I got her on the numbers this morning.
in any event, friends, I mean, what we're saying here is this isn't difficult. You don't
Right.
have to learn a whole new language. You don't have to get a second job. You don't have to hustle. Things can very much be different for you. And I'm blessed. You know, nothing is ever by accident. And I am blessed for all the seasons that I've had, the hardships, the adversity, the challenges, because it has sharpened me, and we know that iron sharpens iron. So I had to go through that to have empathy, to understand, and to become a better trainer for the people that I love. Right. And even if you're new to my world or you're new to Julie's world and you're just seeing this, but you're like, whoa, God put me in front of this for a reason, the same way God put Julie in front of me for a reason. Lean in and listen, because we're not going to let you down. We're not going to let you fail. This is, dare I say, simple. It's not
It
easy.
is. I mean, the strategy is the Pinterest platform is free. The strategy is not so hard that you can't do it. It's very simple. It's just taking the time to learn a new skill. And it's really, if you're already on social media, you're you've got it's it's tech free. It's very, very simple. So it's great for beginners. So yes, if any of you listening that want to start creating more time freedom without sacrificing your income, I just really, really wish you just go listen to this webinar replay. It is it is just absolute value packed goodness.
I
So
agree.
yeah. Any final words?
Take the leap, my friend. I mean, a lot of times when we're looking at embarking on a new something, the imagination is always worse than the reality.
Right.
So this replay, once you opt in, it's yours forever. You own it. You can watch it 1,000 times. It's so simple and so well laid out and structured that you are going to be, by the end of today, be able to find an affiliate program, be able to have your Pinterest account, be able to start pinning, and literally start your journey today. That's how fast and easy you can be up and running, but you got to take that first step. So we'll see you inside the Pins to Paychecks recording. It's an on-demand webinar.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you as always for taking your time to spend with me this morning.
Oh, thank you too.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to let you get on to your day,
All
and
right.
everybody go get the Pins to Paychecks replay, and we will see you next time.
Have an awesome day.
Yes, you too. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.